Hello and welcome back to another episode of 5aside Seasons with us Mongolian Horses FC. Now if you've been following us this season you will know we are having a real tough time of things at the minute. We have lost 4 games on the bounce and that has resulted with us being bottom of the table, somewhere we have never been before. And as you can see today we've got a real tough relegation scrap on our hands, a real 6-pointer as we enter the second half of the season as we take on the Mr. Men, 1 point above us in the table. And like I say, this will see us go off the bottom of the table and will make it just feel a little bit better about ourselves. We really need to get this streak over and done with. So let's have a look then at the team that is going to be playing for us today. We actually have a full strength side as well, as much as we can do at this stage in the season. All the boys back in there, Joe Templeman in goal, the Hammer, Matt Creasy at the back, James Heiser's back in, Steve Locke on the right, Charlie Navesy up front, myself and Dan on the bench, and Ansley, after his recent injury troubles, we have found that he's going to need complete reconstruction of that knee. He will be assuming the managerial role for the rest of the season and for the significant future. So maybe he can turn our fortunes around as we kick off in this one then, us shooting from right to left to start this game off with. And immediately it's a bit of a sloppy start. Nav's giving the ball away, but it has come back for a free kick. Moving on then, Matt Creasy on the far side with the ball then, just playing it into Navs, gets it back, tries to get the shot away but it's blocked as they look to come the other way, but they're giving it straight away to James Heiser, looking to get round his man and gets a shot away, but he's falling as he takes the shot, and in the end that is comfortably wide. But Matt Creasy doing well to retrieve the ball. Is that Matt Creasy? That might be Navs actually over that side of the pitch. Either way, the ball has been lost and it is with their player at the back. But that is a sloppy pass. Very casual pass back from the Mr. Man at the back there. James Heiser pouncing on it and managing to slot away. So after 30 seconds we find ourselves 1-0 up in this one. Can we go on from there? James Heiser again looking to be very direct in this game. It's what we like to see, taking players on, getting the shot away, and unfortunately this time it has gone way over the bar. The Mr. Men coming forward this time then. As we see James Heiser there just walking off to the corner of the pitch. He wants to come off. He's not been well this week, complaining of being a bit breathless and feeling quite dizzy and suffering from an infection. That's quite a worry for us. So he's gone off to the other side of the pitch, and as you can see we are now down to 4 men for the time being. So looking to sit off here and make sure we can't concede anything until we can get James Heiser off the pitch. So the boys doing a very good job there, just shifting across as it comes to the right hand side, cuts inside Steve, gets the shot away. Fortunately for us that is over and we can get James Heiser off the pitch and bring a sub on now as Dan Wells makes his way into the game. So Dan looking to get involved straight away then, but the ball comes the other way. Solid shot down the middle there, quite a comfortable save for Joe. As you see, Nav's there, lovely little turn to get away from his man there. Can he get the shot in? He gets the shot in, unfortunately that's high and wide, but lovely little turn there. Little free kick then for us now, as we actually see, I'm making a bit of movement there, interesting. Finds Creasy, solid shot, and the keeper saves with his thigh. Ball with the opposition keeper then, as they look to come down the far side. Look to square it into the far corner, but the pass is just a bit too strong. As we come the other way, then Nav's looking for a little flick to me, just intercepted. They come the other way, turn inside, and that is a great save from Joe, really saving the day for us once again. As we see Dan with a little snapshot there, nice effort from him, and the keeper again uses that little lungy knee that he does to save the ball and keep it out. As they come down the other way, and fortunately for us that has just gone over the bar. So action at both ends then early in this one. There's come a little interception from me there. Nav's coming down the left hand side, that has trickled across the goal, not quite crept in. Looking for another option then, comes back to me. I've gone for the shot and that is, yeah, that's bad. Very bad then, not a clean strike. And me trying to nip in there, that was, that's annoying. That was a great chance for me then if I just got that first touch better. Lots of space in front of me, but unfortunately it's just taken away and nothing comes from it as they get the shot away, and that time it's a nice easy save for Joe. As the ball rolled out then from the Mr. Man keeper, trying to turn their lovely bit of strength there from Matt Creasy, sitting down his man. He gets the ball back on the far side, plays it into Dan. Space for me on the near side, tries to pick me out, but it's a bit of a wayward pass as they come the other way now, looking to counter. Bit of rough and tumble going on the back there, big man looking to hold it up, and he does that well. Given the opportunity to shoot there, not a lot of pressure on the ball, but again it's quite a comfortable save for a keeper of Joe's quality. As we go back to the corner cam now, ball with Dan at his feet, little overlap from Navs, nice little bit of movement there from the two of them, but unfortunately Navs can't keep the shot down on his weak foot this time. But, well, the issue we have all the time, making chances, but not just quite putting them away. It's Matt Creasy there getting inventive on the outside of his left foot there, so the keeper is able to get across to it and save it. Coming the other way now with Navs, finds me loads of space on the far side, took far too much time over the shot there, and in the end the defender is able to get a block on the ball. Lovely little 1-2 there between Dan and Creasy as Creasy gets the shot away, and again the keeper is able to save it at his near post. Really need to put some of these chances away now as we come down the far side with Dan looking to get the shot away, gets a good strike in it, it comes back off the post to James Heiser, who unfortunately could not put it away, did everything but. Dan there, really solid strike on the ball. James Heiser manages to wrong foot his man, tries to slot it in the top left hand corner, and that has come back off the angle. The ball then at the back comes out to Navs. It's a bit of a sloppy touch, but he manages to get it under. I think that first touch just let him down a little bit there, as in the end the shot is weak. Mistman then coming forward. They've managed to just turn and get a bit of a snapshot away there, and that's beaten Joe at the near post. And after all the pressure we've had in the last few minutes, we now find ourselves at 1-1, and just like last week, we have not been making our chances pay. As saying that will bring us into the half-time, another goal just before half-time, exactly what happened last week. We managed to get an early goal, and we've not managed to put the game to bed early on, despite the chances that we've had. So second half, we will be looking to be a bit more clinical with these opportunities, as the Mr. Men now kicking from right to left. And they're in straight away down the far side, very, very quick to get in on goal there. Fortunately for us, it's just wide of the post. As we look to come another way now, Navs looking for a little flick, but the ball is given away. Opposition player manages to get a shot in, and fortunately for us, that's quite a weak effort. As it comes back to Navs looking for the turn this time. We've seen he's capable of doing it in the first half, but it didn't work this time. And again, the ball is given away, really not holding on to it well at the start of this second half. Can the Mr. Men create an opportunity for him though? As they come back down the far side, look to cut inside, turns inside, gets the shot away, and Joe manages to save well at the near post. So then, can we find a player and keep the possession of the ball? As the ball finds it in with Navs again, a bit of a sloppy touch again. That looked to me like that came off the opposition player, but apparently that has come off Navs, and that will be a free kick now for the Mist Men. So maybe this will be an opportunity for us to liven ourselves up a little bit. As they play it quickly though, and there's absolutely nobody tracking that man. I'm sorry James Heiser, we're going to have to pin that one on you there. A very simple run, not followed at all, and in the end just manages to slot it under Joe. So 2-1 down, and then we had a little break in the game here. Unfortunately there was quite a serious injury on the other pitch. We think it's another knee issue, and say you don't need to tell us twice about how upsetting or potentially bad injuries to the knee can be. So I think in the end he did end up going off in an ambulance. Hopefully he is alright now, but best of luck to you mate, whoever you are. And so about 5 minutes later we did get the game underway again then, as we come back with Navs up the far side. I think that might have been in the box, but again we're looking to go forward, and it'll be a real test of us now to see how we can come back from being 2-1 down after being 1-0 up. As James Heiser there, still maybe feeling a little bit dizzy from earlier, tries to turn stands on the ball and lands flat on his backside. Anyway, Matt Creasy now coming down the far side of the pitch, plays a little 1-2 with Navs, but right into the corner though, so he'll be struggling to get anywhere from there. Finds Navs back down the other side of the pitch, holding off his man well. A clear push in the back there, but the ref's not even watching, not paying attention. The ball's gone the other way, and the Mr. Men have scored, and he's going to let that stand. You can see here, right, we were unbelievably annoyed at this at the time. He's off there having a conversation with the other people on the other pitch. A clear push in the back there on Navs. He turns around all of a sudden, he sees that one and gives the advantage to the Mr. Men, but this is becoming a real problem, the ref not paying attention. And I know it may sound a bit whiny, but we pay £35 each a team for this each week, and the least we expect is the ref to please watch the game. And I know you watch this sometimes, ref, so if you are watching, sort it out please. It's not becoming fun anymore. Anyway, after that little moan, see a little few opportunities there, but nothing too exciting happening as the opposition come the other way. There's clean through there, he has scored, the ref has disallowed it. I'm not sure what for at the minute, but then again, looking back at it, I think probably for this. There's a bit a bit of legs, a bit of a tangle going on there between Steve and the opposition big guy. And then just as he hits the floor, you can see a little kick out there from the opposition player. A bit naughty, a bit of a short temper. Steve wasn't happy about it, he pointed that one out to me, and the ref has actually, in fairness to him, managed to spot that and made a good decision there. So you get a little point back there, referee. Saying that then, I lose major points for falling. I'm pretty sure it's an area known for having snipers around, so that was an evasive tactic, we'll say, but I've not covered myself in glory there, and we'll just move on from that one, shall we? As the ball coming down the near side then with Dan, the ball is given away, guy clean through here, but Joe, as he does so well, not massively committing himself too late and manages to get a strong foot to save it and keeping us in it at 3-1 down. As Dan striding forwards there, he gets a shot, and then again that's just wide. He's come close a couple of times in this game now, but unfortunately not managed to find the back of the net. As something obviously very exciting is going on in the corner there. I'm just going to stand there, I'm just going to have a little look. Oh, something's happening. Right, there we go. Ball then rolls down the far side to Matt Creasy. Lovely bit of strength again with the shoulder. Hold off his man. Comes inside, gets a bit of space, unleashes the hammer of the left foot that he has. That's why we call him Sledge. And that is now back to 3-2. About 10 minutes left in the game. Come on, boys, we can do this. The ball at the back then as the Mr. Men kick off. We'll be looking to immediately go on from that goal we have just scored, but for the meantime the Mr. Men do have the ball on the far side. I managed to get a little foot in there. The ball was on for Nabs a bit early. I've not seen it. I've gone for the shot. It's weak in the end. And saying that the ball has come back across the other side, but I've just managed to nip a toe and the ball's fallen to Dan, who on his weaker foot is not able to find the back of the net, but the chances are coming thick and fast for us. But saying that, I've not managed to hold off my man there. He gets through me in the tackle, and again Joe to the rescue, coming straight down the other end then. A little layoff by me to Matt Creasy, and he gets a shot away, and again the keeper has stopped him at that near post. But all action now as we enter the last 5 minutes of the game. A lovely little flick there from the Mr. Men coming forward down the other side. Joe smothering it well at the front post as we come the other way. Ball at James Hyder's feet. Lovely bit of skill, as we know he can do. A lovely little 1-2 between him and myself there. Gets the shot away, and unfortunately again that is high and wide. We need to start putting these away, boys, if we're going to get anything out of the game. As again the keeper rolls it out, and I've managed to get in on the tackle quickly, coming down the near side. Play it to James Heiser, looking for some other options, plays it back to me. Managed to just about squeeze through the tackle, and Dan is in there to collect the ball. As it comes to Matt Creasy, gets the shot away, but unfortunately this time's blocked. But we are showing a bit more of intensity and a bit more desire now as we come to the last few minutes of the game. Ball rolled into me then on the far side. I've taken about 15 accidental touches off the boards. Come back to Dan, that's a good strike going towards the bottom left hand corner, but the keeper is able to get down well to save it. Ball rolled out to James Hyder in this case then. Tries to play it back to me, but that's a sloppy pass. I don't manage to get there because I've got the turning circle of, well, quite a large bus I'd say. And the ball in the corner then, using the tactic to try and hold it up and waste the time, and I've given away quite an unnecessary foul then on that occasion. So really coming into the dying seconds of the game now, and James Hyder's just managed to be outstrength with the ball, and I've been absolutely done there by one of the oldest tricks in the book, the old rollover. Unfortunately, he's not able to find the target. Mr. Men then doing really well at managing to just keep on the ball and run out the clock. But Matt Creasy, wasn't Matt Creasy, Dan Wells getting back in well there. Does find Matt Creasy, gets the shot away. Unfortunately, that one has gone wide at the post. As we come in now, I'm going for the tackle. It's fallen to James Hyder, turns his man, and he's standing up well and manages to get the block on the ball. And Dan Wells there showing some good strength in the corner to get the ball back to Joe. Coming back then, everything is coming through us in the last few minutes of the game, and James Heiser just drags that one wide of the post. We won't get too many more chances there. Dan's pulled back and we get the free kick. Matt Creasy on the ball then, looking for a shot. Unfortunately that's quite tame, but just managed to get a toe in there, and again the touch is just a bit heavy for myself and we're not able to get a chance for it. But it's come straight back to Navs, gets the shot away, and again a Mr. Man defender is there to deal with the trouble. And unfortunately, despite the game going on here, the ball did end up in the back of the net, but the whistle had long gone for Navs playing the ball while he was on the floor. Ball with Joe then as it comes out wide to James Heiser. Looks to turn inside his man, get the shot away again, and that is just wide of the right post. I don't even want to think how many more goals we would score if our shots literally went about 3 inches to the left. And that is all the chances we would get in this game. Another defeat. 5 in a row now, that is. This is getting really bad, and we have lost a game that we couldn't really afford to lose. So let's have a look at the table then after that loss. Fortunately for us, we didn't have a game last week. We did have a walkover week, so we have actually managed to add 3 points to the tally, which ties us up now on 9 games with the Mr. Men, and we are still 1 point adrift though at the bottom of the table. Big game next week against Gold Power Rangers to try and get ourselves off the bottom. And if you look there, a bit of a surprise victory there for BFSB FC over Space Lockers, so that is tightening things up a little bit at the top, but that is way away from where we are. So let's have a look at the top goal scorers then, as Matt Creasy now with that goal in the game moves himself level on 6 goals with Alex Lockwood, and James Hyder still with 3 assists that he got in the first game of the season. It's about somebody took that title from him. And as well, yeah, well with both categories really, we'd expect bigger numbers in both of them. And come on lads, honestly, look at this. Do you want to be in a team where Matthew Creasy is the top goal scorer? No. Moving on then to the fantasy football points, Joe Templeman again with another solid game. Moves himself way out into the lead now on 45 points, and after Matt Creasy's goal, he moves in second place on his own with 34 points. So can anybody catch Joe then in the remainder of the season? We've got about 5 games left. Hoping for some goals, hoping that we manage to turn this run of form around. And if you want to stay tuned for the remainder of our season, then please do remember to subscribe. And as for us, it's on to the next one.